I use a platform called GetResponse, and GetResponse is good for beginners. However, the reason why I chose GetResponse here specifically rather than like MailChimp or ConvertKit is that GetResponse, it allows for, first of all, websites. So you can create entire websites and landing pages with them, and you can do webinars, which is really cool. And those are the stuff that I generally use in my career and business. And on top of that, I wanted to create some complicated email automations because I do a lot of email marketing work for clients and myself. And so GetResponse has some really cool nitty gritty email automation capabilities. Like, let me show you some stuff. So over here, you can see that I have my website, and this is at the moment what the website looks like. And this is all built out on GetResponse, which is nice. So it integrates nicely with website and email. And so you can do some really cool things. For example, if they go to this page, then send them this email. You can do these really cool optimized marketing strategies. Like, it's really cool how fun you can get with the whole personalization element of marketing when you integrate websites with emails. Okay. And so you can also see that there are automations you can create as well, which is really nice. So for example, I have a free digital marketing course. It's basically this thing here, and it basically sends someone who subscribes to it one email a day for about, I think, 5 days. Yeah, for about 5 days with one digital marketing tip. And basically, whoever wants to break into digital marketing can sign up for this free course, and every day they'll get one email with details about how to get into digital marketing. But anyways, that's GetResponse. If I were you right now, and let's say I have no email marketing experience and I want to start from scratch and I want to build a personal brand and maybe even start a business, I would use ConvertKit. So ConvertKit. Well, they're called Kit now, and oh wow, look at that, Lil Jon uses ConvertKit. That's weird. And so they're super beginner friendly. It's very easy to use. Their software is just the UI is just so minimal and basic that anyone can pick it up. Now, I don't like ConvertKit because you can't really have websites. Some of their landing pages, it's very like rigid, so you can't be customized and flexible to it. And again, I'm a marketer. I like flexibility. I like personalization. But if you're not a marketer yourself and you're just starting off, ConvertKit is a good place to go. Anyways, here's how I build my emails. Take forever to get there, right? Okay, so first I'll go to create newsletter. I'll hit by myself. What's cool is you can do an AI generated email, but I'd rather just do it myself. And so I'll click over here. So I'll make the title of this usually the date, so November 29th. As of this recording, from reply subject line, I'll get to that at the end. In terms of recipients, I'll send it to my entire list. So I'll go over here, I'll hit all lists, and so it'll send to all these different lists I have within this email service platform. So it'll be sent to everyone. And now we have to design the actual message. So we'll click design here, and I'll click my templates. What's cool about this is that they give you a bunch of different templates that you can work with, and they're all very, very visual, which is nice. I like to do my own though. So I'll go to my templates and I'll use this one over here, use templates. Let me actually go back. I've experimented with so many different types of templates, so many different sections within newsletters. So for example, this was a template I had in the past. So I had my headline over here so people knew what I was doing and a picture of me so people don't forget how I look like, especially since this email is text heavy. And then I include, like, a summary of what we talk about, an email marketing idea, some links I came across throughout my week, the YouTube video I created for the week, and then I'll go deep dive into a marketing topic. And so I was doing this for a while. However, I found that, it took a lot of work to make a newsletter and keep track of all these different things and just to write a newsletter. And eventually I was like, you know what, like, this is starting to feel forced. Like, I feel like I have to look for videos now. I have to become an instructor and start think of new ideas, and everything just felt like a work. And my newsletter isn't necessarily lead generation for me, so I don't really need to use it as a tool to get leads for my career and business. And so I was like, why am I trying so hard on my newsletter? I want it to be fun. Like, I just want it to be fun, and I don't want to have content pillars and content schedules and all these things dictating what I write. I just want to write about what interests me in the moment and just write it out and have fun doing it and talk about whatever's on my mind rather than everything has to be about email marketing, email marketing, email marketing. And so I made some adjustments. Again, I made this adjustment because newsletters are not a source of lead generation for me. If it was a source of lead generation for me, I would take my prior approach. Anyways, I have this template now. So this picture of me, I wanted to freshen things up, have a cool different look, so I use this one. I write marketing business life now. So instead of just saying email marketing, because it got really tiring for me to talk about email marketing all the time, and I like to write about business and marketing and in life updates and life lessons. And so at the top over here, I include a picture of me, so again, people know what I look like. And then marketing business life, so they understand the topics they can expect to read from me when they receive my newsletters. And then of course my name, so then they don't forget my name, right? So ideally the banner for me is just to give them a summary of what to expect in the newsletter. And then it's just literally words. I just write whatever I want in it. No more complicated sections, just whatever is on my mind. And I find that this is more fun. It's just more fun doing like this. All right, so use template. Let's start making the newsletter. By the way, if you enjoyed this video and you want to learn how to get into digital marketing or make your first $5,000 as a freelance digital marketer, check out my free courses down below in the description of this video. Okay, so this is how it begins. I'll take my copy over here. I already have it written down. And in this newsletter, I talk about how to push back on clients and managers when they ask you to do something, right? Pretty cool. And so I'll just copy all the text from my, whoa. And so what I'll do is I'll copy all the text from here, copy, then I'll go over here, and then I'll do Command Shift V to paste it so that the formatting isn't off. I'll highlight everything here, and then I'll make it size 18, which is pretty big, I know, but I do 18 because when people read these newsletters from their phone, if the font's too small, it's pretty hard to read, so I like to make my fonts nice and big. On top of that, what I like to do is I like to add about 3 spaces per line. So you can see over here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And the reason I do this is that it's a lot more skimmable, whether you're reading my newsletter on a desktop or on a phone. And that's very important because you want to be able to keep the attention of the reader as they skim, in this case, your newsletter. Attention spans are pretty short nowadays, so we want to optimize for that. So I'll just finish the rest of this newsletter up, make this here bold. Actually, no, let's make this, since this is a different section, I'll make this in H2, and then I'll make it bold. Boom, add some more spacing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Over here, I will make this bullets. Okay, so one thing I want to share with you is, again, like I said before, it's important to be able to keep the reader's attention as they read through your newsletters. It's going to be very, very important. A few ways you can do that. In this case, what I like to do is space it out, have bold sections, use headlines, and on top of that, bullets really help with skimming. And playing around with syntax. So for example, ask them about their priorities, ... This is technically not grammatically correct, but it keeps the flow of the read going, right? It flows nicely as people are reading the newsletter. Another one here, as an employee. Boom, we'll make this in H2. Okay, done. And then again, another bullet point section. So I'll make this a bullet point over here, and then get rid of that. And then I'll space the bullets out accordingly, again, so that it's easy to skim. Boom, boom. Don't skim in the faces. Nah. Okay, and then on top of that, I'm gonna make this italicized because it's like a person saying something in this story of my newsletter, and so I don't know, it looks different than everything else, and therefore it keeps people's attention. And then italicize this over here. Boom, boom, got it. All right, PS. And on top of that, for this newsletter, I am doing some affiliate marketing for a brand, and so I'm promoting the digital marketing course because they have a Black Friday deal going on right now. And then I'll space this out too. And okay. And so I'll get their link for the affiliate. I'll put it over here. I think it's a good place to put it. Boom, make this bold. Okay, so it looks good here, nice. What I'll do is go next over here. Then I'll put the subject line in. And the subject line, I want it to be, there's a science behind subject lines. And generally when I write mine, I like to have fun with it. And ideally, I want to write something where if someone reads it in their Gmail inbox, it really stands out. And then when I think of subject lines, I always want to laugh a little. Like for me, like even I got an idea right now and I started like giggling and I was like, yeah, I want to use this subject line. Start saying no to your boss. Start saying no to your boss if you want their respect. And then I'll put an emoji. Mad. Okay. So right away, like you can see grammatically it's off. And the reason why it's grammatically off is because if they read this in their inbox, it'll stand out compared to all the marketing promotion emails they get. Also, it's like, what? Right? If someone reads this in their inbox, start saying no to your boss and mad. It's like, oh, what's his problem? It kind of stands out. And then they read this preview line, if you want their respect. So it's like, what are you talking about? You have to, by saying no to your boss, you get their respect. Like, what do you mean? And it captures their intrigue and it gets them curious to open the actual email. Okay, once that is set, we're good. I will send myself a test message to make sure everything looks good. Okay, I just sent it. Go over to Gmail. Okay, so this is the email. It seems like there's a gap here I could have added. Everything from the formatting so far looks fine. Yep. Okay, I'll test these links. So if I click it, it leads to my affiliate, which is nice. Let's click this one here, it leads to an affiliate. And then this leads to an affiliate. Okay, great. Does it? Yes, it does. Okay. Sounds good. And then I can, no, looks good. Yeah. Okay, so just gotta add space here. So I'll go back, I'll edit this, and then I'll add, it probably didn't recognize the space or something. Okay, boom. Next. Okay, that should be good. And then we need to send it out. Usually I send my emails right before lunch or like before 12 or before 1. It is 11:16 right now, so what I'm thinking is I'll schedule this out to be sent for right before lunch, so maybe 11:55 a.m., so right before lunch. And the reason why is because my logic is if people are at work, they take lunch at 12, you know, right before lunch, they're probably just finishing up their emails and catching up on things before they head off for lunch. And so my email might pop up. And if they see my email, maybe they'll read it during lunch, right? That's the thinking. And, you know, people take lunch either at 12 or 1. So I like to play between the two. So it is all set now. And what I'll do is schedule it out. And there you go. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.